Todd, we were talking to a few of the players about the success you've had against, teams in your division in particular, and if there's a positive in what you have left on the schedule, is that it? Just how many times you face teams you're chasing, and that helps?
Well, it only helps if we win the games, but it gives us an opportunity. That won't be enough. Just to play successful in the division, we're going to have to play successful in the conference, and the East has given us a lot of trouble. We've done a lot of them at this point already this season, but what's remaining, we have to be productive in those games.
Jaden Schwartz leading the league in even strength points. He's missed the last 5 games, and he's still there. The Blues 5-on-5 scoring, they've only got 1 goal in 5 games since he's gone down. In your pre-scouting, have you noticed, was he that impactful for that group, or is this just one of those funks that good teams go through at some point in the year?
Well, he's that impactful, but teams also waver on their play and their success rates. It's a long season, so they'd have to do a better job of evaluating their team and answering that question. But I can certainly comment on Jaden. He's a lot like Logan Couture was for San Jose, where he drives that team, and he's relentless. He's got a work ethic that pulls everybody along, and he's a tremendous player. So anytime you lose that type of player, it affects your team, not just individually stat-wise, but the ability to pull everybody along. And I think he's that type of player. Again, they would have to tell you, but I think he's that type of player and gets things done for them.
Todd, is Andrei Sekera play tonight, and also what does he mean to your lineup when he does come back?
Yes, at this point he'll play tonight, and he means a ton to our lineup. When he's up and running, and he's played numerous games, and he's at the top of his game, he plays in every situation. He's a 22, 23-minute night player. He's got a calm demeanor to him and some leadership skills. And when you only dress 6 defensemen on any given night, it's nice to add that list of characteristics to a lineup. Now, we have to also be aware, and I think we all got to temper our excitement. He hasn't played for a long, long time. He didn't have training camp. He didn't have exhibition season. He's going to go into a game tonight against one of the top teams in the league that offensively can roll around pretty good, and he'll get tested. So we'll have to manage him a little bit, and he'll get more and more opportunity as we go forward, but we're counting on him.
Yeah, when you say manage him, is that a communication between the player and the coach? Like, do you put him out there, and does he kind of come back to you and have a certain number that you want?
Jimmy Johnson takes care of those changes on the back end, but we talk on the bench. He'll give us an indication if he's sharp, if he's slow, if he's fast, if he's making plays, if he's able to read things just through the level of his play. No different than Lars coming back. Now, Lars was only gone for 3 weeks. But we'll keep an eye on him. By no means do we want to waver in our confidence, though. We want to keep putting him out. If it's not going well, we'll cut him back a little bit, but we want him to know that we believe in him right off the bat.
Todd, last time you played St. Louis, obviously they got 8 on you guys. It was a really tough game. Now that you look back, was there a sense of rock bottom, or how do you look back and how the team reacted to that?
Well, we weren't any good that night. There wasn't a single part of our game that was even worth discussing, and we've been on the winning end of a couple of those games lately, and the opposition's coach or players, they kind of just park it and they move on, and that's what happens in 82 games. We weren't and aren't in that spot to have that luxury. We've got to get better from it, and I think we improved after that shellacking. It was definitely a stiff slap in the face, and it's a month to the day, I think. So we've done some things better since then. Still have to improve.
Talbot's had some breaks in there, but he's 5-0 in his last 5 starts. Did he shore something up, or is it the byproduct of maybe the team in front of him?
I think when he's in there, he shores us up. He makes us feel comfortable and better. I think he feels a little more confident. Health in that position is important. He got to heal, and that makes it different. We're in that same situation with Clough right now. You know, what people don't understand is how banged up some of these players play, and they get evaluated based on 100% health all the time, and they get evaluated at their career highs and career bests all the time, and they don't operate like that. And I'm not just talking about the Oilers, the whole league. Very seldom do they play at 100%.
Todd, Braden Shen, has he just had your number in these 2 games, 7 points in 2 games, or is he doing something that you can't handle in the first 2 games?
Well, I would say he's done both. We can't handle him, and he's had our number. He's been a offensive spark for them. But when you put up 12 goals in 2 games and you play on the top line, you're likely going to get, you know, a few goals and the odd number of assists, and that's happened. So he's a catalyst for their team, but their whole team has contributed, not just him.
Todd, are you seeing signs on the bench in game that your group has a different level of resilience to it than earlier this season? And if so, what signs do you see and tell you that?
Well, we've been able to start better, which is a good sign. There's been some games where we scored first. We went in an extended period where we didn't put the first goal up on the board. And even when we don't, there seems to be a positive vibe on the bench. It doesn't collapse quite as quick, and you know, those are all positive things. But just like we played poorly to lose it, we've had to play much better just to gain that little bit back, and we want to maintain it now. So let's not drop our guard and take a punch to the nose, if you will. Thank you. Okay.